What's up guys, it's Jalan. Today we're going to check out Legacy in Jalan Kuching. Let's go! We are back here in between Jalan Kuching and Segambut again. We have visited this project before when it was launched. 4 years later, 100% sold. Congratulations to developer, congratulations to all customers. But now you can really feel the intensity of the traffic because we are right next to Jalan Kuching, one of the main roads of KL city itself. We are actually situated in a junction where it actually allows people from Jalan Kuching to branch into Duke Highway. Now you can see from the previous video, they have upgraded the road. 2-lane in, 2-lane out. You will have the Segambut bus. This is Legacy and it looks amazing. But just to point out a little bit of things first, roads are busy definitely, and from this road going in straight all the way, you will go through SMK Segambut, which directly connects us to the main road of Segambut. Also connects to their third phase, which is heritage. Based on the drone shots, you can see that the land clearance has been done already ever since our last visit. Luckily, the team has agreed to let us have first glimpse before handing over to all customers. That's great. Okay, now let's cross the road. Coming into the main road, you need to take a left turn before coming in to the project, and this will be the driveway. Right from the entrance, you can see the decorated flooring design, the theming of the architectural language. Then you can see the RFID key card, the fencing, the sidewalks. So after coming in from the entrance, going behind, coming all the way into the front, this will be the main drop-off where you can see the entrance statement. You can look at the decos. As per illustrated within their model, you can see the balustrades on the balcony. You can see the arch windows. You got a fountain. Wow, and they even put in a lot of decos to kind of spice up this place a little bit. But what you can see, really, traffic is heavy in this area surrounded by main roads and main highways. Going in, you will have an absolute different experience really. Look into the deco. See the light design, the arch windows. Going in, this will be their deco again. When you come in here, there's a ramp and you look into the details of the floorings, the choice of table, furniture. That will be the mail room. Then as our lifestyle change a lot, as we depend a lot on Grab and delivery, right? So this is the parcel area. There's a dedicated food drop area. So that's good. I always like this. And this will be the dedicated parcel room. So it's kind of tucked away with a security system. So security of your parcel is good. This will be the entrance into the lobby. So you can look into the balustrade design. Wow, very nice there. Coming out now, we are in the facilities deck, and this is the lift lobby. Their usual TUAN treatments, that timber matching with natural materials. Combo that with some theming, some corak. Ooh, really brings you that feel. And going out, you will have a opening like that, so you will have a glass door, but you also have windows surrounding it, connecting into what I call a stram. This is a combination of a staircase with a ramp. This is actually the ramp for people with mobility issues, and it kind of protected the edge a little bit during the turning. That's very considerate. Just that in first time, right, you will trip a little bit because of the lines and the patterns that kind of camouflage it lah. But straight away you will have this feature fountain, then the multi-purpose hall, and the swimming pool. After speaking to the team, the building just obtained their CCC. The VP process has begun already. So by the day of shooting, next week will be the first key handover for the unit already. So very exciting. Within this area then, the water sound actually masks the traffic noise. Here you don't really hear the traffic sound as much. Next to the fountain then, this will be the swimming pool area, and you see the entrance statements. Wow! Walking upwards to the timber deck, this will be the swimming pool. On one side, this will be the lap pool, and I think this is the Olympic length swimming pool, 50 meters. Then you have a small jacuzzi area at the edge, but too bad not infinity edge lah. But I think it's fine because you are facing the main highway anyway. But on the other side then, this will be the kids area. Wow! My kids will go insane for this. So you have a little pirate ship setting going on, then connecting to the water play area. Then again, this is then a bit too high. So I think the drop is a little bit too drastic. Then at the edge, this will be the dry area of the play area. Then you have the court. But so far, so good. That's the jacuzzi area. So as we are standing right in front of the jacuzzi, the existing car reseller structure then is still around. You will have this direct access from the car park into the facilities, right? Besides the architectural language, the motif, the themes, I think the materials and you see the spray paintings all are done very genuinely also. This also went through the MCO period, the lockdown period, so the fact that they still can complete on time, well done. Moving on, this will then be the BBQ area set within the little pavilion. So here you have the lightings, the gadgets are all fixed up already. So you have a basin here. I guess one is for halal, one is non-halal. Then this will be the multi-purpose court already. So I think now temporarily it's a basketball court. Right behind the court, you can see that will be Segambut, Dutamas, then Mont Kiara already. That is the main attraction point of this particular location. Also mentioned within the first review of this project, they will still be set back within this particular site itself of the pylon, of the highways, of the surrounding kampong setting, but the budget will be at a fraction too. The team strongly suggested that I visited their toilet and it's awesome. Such heavy theming elements along with the unconventional choice of lightings. And we are now in the gym area. Very interesting. So they split the gym into basically two areas. One will be the weights area, the other one will be the cardio area, where mainly the main views will be the swimming pool area, and the equipments are actually furnished by Vision Fitness. Here you have 3 treadmills, 2 skywalkers, 1 bicycle. Then you have the window, the LED lights, the very dramatic mirror. Then the weight zone is still the same, but just that maybe this kind of mirror won't work for weights area, but I think it's still okay lah. But what's very different here, it's the space partition technique. So you can see that I think they kind of laser printed this. Wow. At the back of the gym, then this will be the yoga room, separated by this pivot door. So you will have this centerpiece here along with the logo, and this is it. I guess the most obvious view of the pylon will be from this gym room already. So this will be the building line of Legacy, and this is the pylon. This was the main concern that everyone had back then. By the way, that will be the site of heritage already. They are phase 3, so you can see land clearance has been done. Very good. Moving on from the gym room, then this will be the badminton court. Wow, you can see the solid timber floorings. Woohoo! So after measuring, the highest point is about 8.7 meters high. So I think in terms of competition wise, still okay. If you are for leisure, definitely sufficient. But I do like the effort in decorating the facade openings actually. It's more of an architectural statement than a badminton court. But again, the badminton court looks very, very classy. It's a very different experience compared to those that we rent and play in factory lots. This one, wow, for the kids, it's going to be so fun. There will be options to open them up actually. Then this can be an area to host gatherings. You will have the outdoor-indoor relationship going on. Wow. But what you can hear right now, that's the ventilation system actually. In badminton courts, you are not supposed to have wind. They are actually applying the ventilation system. So that's good. Next to that, we will have the event pavilion. This is the one that was heavily used in their marketing collaterals, and it's really a nice little space out of norm where you can't really find this anywhere else. During the night or the evening, this is going to be perfect. But if you have a wedding reception or you have a birthday party, this is going to be the place where you cut the cake and take pictures, I guess. This illustrates the strength of this particular team. Although the site conditions are not as great, they know it and it's reflected within the selling price itself, but they do not take it for granted. Instead, they put in a lot of effort in trying to find that balance between cost efficiency and theming design. So a product that is not very expensive compared to the neighboring address, they still put in a lot of effort in trying to dress up the whole area. So I really appreciate it. This is how it feels like within. I think in the afternoon it's going to be an oven. But during the morning and the evening, it's going to be very pleasant. Especially at night, if you on the light here, it's going to be like a lantern effect. And I really like how they kind of execute their placemaking by having this event pavilion, then moving over to the fountain, moving over to the barbecue area. It just creates flow to the entire facility there. Then at the boundary where it's closer to the garden units, I like that it's set way higher for better privacy reasons. They also put in a lot of landscape to kind of create that buffer, that enough distance for privacy. By looking at all the steps, it all come with the LED strip actually. So during the evening and the night, right, this is going to look very amazing. Coming up to the normal floor plate, so this will be the lift lobby. The width is 2.4 meters, the height is 2.8, and you will have the similar pattern, the checkers pattern applied. Then you will have tiles surrounding the lift car, and the rest is just emulsion paint. Looking outwards, this will be the size of the window. Very big. So in total there will be 6 lifts, 5 passenger lift, 1 fire and service lift here on a separate corridor altogether. All of them will be servicing 16 units in total. And you can see the corridor is actually a double loaded corridor where you have units on both sides. You will have voids in the center, and let's go check it out. Coming out from the corridor, I like that there's no floor difference here. I like it, and you can see that's the magnet system that will be attached to the door. On normal circumstances, it can be attached, so this area will be open all the time. But once the fire alarm is triggered, then they will just release and the corridor will be enclosed because this is a fire rated door anyway. Coming out, this will be the corridor to all the units, and it's a double loaded one where you have units on the left and the right, both corners. The width of the corridor is 1.5 meters, the height of the corridor is 2.55. The size of the tile is 300 by 300 mm, but you don't notice it because of the theming that they are doing. That is so clever, where it just blurs the line of it being economical versus thoughtful. Wow! You also have the skirting at the edge. You have floor traps as well, just in case of flooding or you want to clean the floor. Very good. Then next to the lift lobby, this will be the corridor going in to the refuse room. But now it's actually locked, so I don't know how it looks like. But they are doing this because of safety reasons. What I don't want is people can hide inside during VP, because currently the systems are all still in that testing stage. Everyone is still trying to familiarize themselves with the building. From the corridor coming in, this will be the foyer, and the width is about 1.39 meters. You can squeeze in a shoe cabinet on this side. Going in, the unit that we're going to check out today, type A2, where it's 931 square feet, 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom unit, so very nice. Coming in, you will have the kitchen tucked at the side. You will have a yard space here where they also suggest it to be a wet kitchen. Then going into the dining and living here, you will have a humongous balcony space in an L form. That's nice. Going into the corridor, 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, 1 shared bathroom, 1 ensuite bathroom. Pretty direct, and I like the wing, which kind of provides more privacy to the bedroom itself. So here it's impossible to look over. That's great. Let's go check it out. The door width clearance, it's about 880 mm. but they are providing a 8 feet doors, which is the 2.4 meters door lah, so that's nice. Coming in straight away, you will have a dry kitchen tucked at the side. Outside will be the yard space. This will be the dining, the living, and the balconies room at the side. And something very unique about this project, when you come in straight away, the whole unit will be laminated timber, so that's very bold instead of that tiles that we are more familiar to, right? Then this corner here, the wall-to-wall width here is about 1.91 meters. So we can put in a top and bottom cabinet with your basin, and within the ID itself, there's a suggestion to actually include a breakfast counter here. This will be the location of your fridge actually, because there's actually a socket here, right? And next to that, this will be the yard space, also the wet kitchen area. This wall-to-wall width then is 1.81 meters. You will have your 5 feet wall tiles, and they really blurred the line between the dry kitchen and the wet kitchen approach. Usually this is situated inside, but anyway, behind the door, this will be the location of your washer and dryer. But I would also use a sliding door to kind of maximize the entire space actually. With a sliding door, right, suddenly all these are usable space. And for pipings, they choose to be exposed, so these are easier for maintenance. And looking outwards, this will be the void area lah, and your very first bedroom here. From the kitchen coming in through the dining and living, the wall-to-wall width here then is 2.73, similarly to the ceiling height as well, which is about 2.73 meters. Here you have the switches from Hager. These all will be the lighting points and fan points already. From the living room going out, this will be the size of the opening lah, at about 1.76 meters, which brings us out to the balcony and the view. This will be connecting over to Duke Highway already. You can see it's just busy, and then this will be the facilities deck. That will be Segambut. The KTM station is just at the corner. That will be Dutamas area already. For this layout type then, the selling point will be this huge set-in from the boundary line in to accommodate your outdoor furnitures and things like that. So they even have a plug point dedicated for you to conduct your lifestyle of choice. The width is about 1.85 meters, and you will have tiles, flooring, along with the balustrades given by the developer. So this adds a lot of flavor to the facade design. And the best part about this unit is this extends all the way to the side. So this can either be your storage space, it can also be your workout space, but then you're gonna be on headphones lah, because the congestion from the highway is pretty drastic actually. Well, it's the main road anyway. From the balcony, I like that they even provide these louvers here to kind of prevent water from splashing in a little bit. Also to provide a little bit of shadings lah. But the moment that I've been waiting for is actually not bad. I can still hear hummings of it, but it's not as drastic as this lah. Right, so this is open, this is... Ooh. And the window also comes with a slight tint. From the living room coming in, this will be the corridor into all the rooms and the common shared bathroom. This is the BP condition, full height wall tiles, no shower screen. You will have Sorrento basin and Sorrento WC, shower provided along with a window. Then moving over to the first bedroom, this is the size of the window, and the size of it is about 2.5 by 3.2 meters. You will have a box up here for specific reasons. We'll talk about that later. But this highlights the intention of the developer. So now you can see, right, although it's a window, usually if this window didn't come with the mullions, didn't come with all these lines, it would just be a standard window. But after you add this to it, it gives a lot of rendering, a lot of flavor again to the architecture and the facade. Then as mentioned, the whole unit will be giving laminated timber floor. You will have one plug point here, and you will have the timber skirting. Coming out then, this will be the reason for the box out just now. This can be your storage area. So here you can actually just add a cabinet or add a rack to it, where this is about 1.05 meters. Okay, you just add racks to it to put your things, then you cover it entirely up to you. But right opposite then, this will be bedroom 2, the one facing the internal void. The size of the room then is 2.37 by 2.45 meters. I guess their principle all this while is all bedrooms can perfectly fit in a queen size bed. But is it tight or is it loose? That one up to interpretation, but as long as they can fit, can already lah. But here then you will be connected to the void lah. Okay. Going in, this will be the principal bedroom. The wall-to-wall width then, it's slightly bigger than the living space. I am glad that they arranged like that. At 2.75, so the length then is 4.85. And just something to point out after speaking to the team a little bit is, buyers were not supposed to get the keys this early. In their SPA, it was agreed that this will take 48 months to be completed. But the team furnished this way ahead of schedule in less than 3 years time. So is there benefit to it? Technically as a developer, there will be acceleration costs if I want to make sure that the project is done ahead of time. I think within 6 months to 8 months of the launch, this project was entirely sold out already. I guess that's the motivation to also just faster finish the project lah. Then for the customers and for the buyers, they will be able to save a lot of progressive interest. So during the construction stage, people who buy a house using loan, they will need to pay progressive interest during this period. You can save almost up to 1.5 years of it. Right, very good man. And back then, this was launched about 500 over 1,000. But this one, there's no rental data just yet. But I think it's about 2,000 plus lah. I think looking at Rihanna Dutamas, looking at the Era, looking at TUAN 1, and for TUAN Heritage, which is their phase 3, they're already selling about 600,000 for a product of similar size. So now the debate is, would I pick Heritage or would I buy Legacy? Because they are literally side by side actually. Would I choose to face the highway but I get more frontage, or do I choose to be in real Jalan Segambut area? It's a little bit more congested. Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? So here will be where you position your bed. This will be one plug point here, two plug point here. For the window, they are providing 3 panels, which is bigger than the normal rooms. This will be the ensuite bathroom. Similarly, Sorrento basin and WC full height wall tiles with a small square window. Now we are in the highest floor of car park. You can see that they are using cement screening. There are a lot of transfer beams. What a very unique way of bringing down the light lah. Because of the ceiling allowance being so high at the highest floor, even if you put the light up there, it's not going to be very effective. So they actually level out the lighting. Because if you put up there, then the other side will be dark. So I think this is very friendly, very thoughtful. Every unit comes with 2 car parks, so it's either side by side or they are in tandem like this. This will be the view outside lah. So this will be the buffer for the pylons. Right behind that there will be Segambut, the kampong already. Then that will be phase 3 TUAN Heritage. Then SMK Segambut, Dutamas area, Mong Kiara area. Then on this side will be Jalan, Kuching. Then for every lot they have the wheel stopper. That's nice. You will have the corner bead for the wall to protect the edge, also the car. Then you have epoxy paints for the pedestrians. And this will be the ramp system. When you come up, then you turn one round to the edge to go down again. But just one thing to highlight, although I like that the ramp is in place for people to go into the lobby, but just that I wish that it wouldn't connect directly into the road. This one is a bit dangerous, especially when you have kids. So coming in right from the entrance, this will be the access right up to the elevated car park, and that will be the one coming downwards lah. And after coming down from the unit, we are now walking towards the end of the project. So here I noticed a few things that really display the principle of the developer. You can see that they are using van blocks on the boundary wall, because right after that is the buffer for the pylons already, so there's not going to be any developments, but this provides great air circulation. Number two, you can see the street lamp is also not taken lightly. You can still see the similar theming practice going on. You look into the lines of the elevated car park's wall. Technically, you don't need to have the groove, but with the grooves, they broke the bulkiness of the structure immediately. At the edge, then this will be the pump room for the STP, and now it's actually pending for the local authorities to build a brand new STP somewhere before they can rechannel everything into that. Temporarily, this will be in use, and this is actually next to the futsal court. Wow, this is very extensive. Next to that then will be the neighboring lot, which is actually used as a car dealership or a car maintenance place. Not too sure what it is, but it somewhat become the buffer for residents to the highway. That's nice, and I guess that's all for this visit. It's now time for Sean's Ste Tree on 3. For the 3 things I like, number 1 will be the design strategy that is really in between cost efficiency and elegance. Technically, if you were to just tear down all the theming, you were to tear down all the design, it's really just a block of residents and an elevated car park. That's about it. But what they added, which is more of an ID design, which is more of a flavor, a theming, which ties the whole experience of the customer all together. When you come in, you will have the roof design, you will have the facade design of the balustrade, then the windows with more mullions, then you have the arch windows across, and when you come into the main drop-off, you will have the checkered pattern floorings. In terms of deco, you will have the vase, you will have the chongka, and it all ties to the facilities deck as well. So all window design, street light design, wayfinding and things like that, all tied through. So the entire experience feels very good. But what I like is overall also the design treatments. Like we mentioned in the previous episode, where they place the facilities as a buffer away from the residents to the pylon, they chose to position the residents closer to the highway instead of the pylon, so it's a matter of choice. But what I like in the facilities deck, when you come in, there's very clear focal point to walk about the space. So when I come in, the fountain is amazing, and the fountain's function, besides visual, you will have the acoustic properties where it masks the noise from the traffic and surrounding actually. So that's great. Going in, you will have the glass pavilion, which is going to look amazing in the evening. Then you have the badminton court that's so decorated, so open, along with the Olympic length swimming pool and an extensive water play area for the kids. Then on ground floor, you will have this futsal court. So in terms of things to do for the residents and this price range, I think it's fabulous. Again, with the design strategy. For example, the common corridors, they use a size of tiles that were considered cheap by the industry, but once you add in some effort of design, suddenly it becomes a theme. Excellent. Then I think in terms of cost efficiency, they were to lay the entire unit using laminated floorings, right? In terms of time, they actually save a lot of money because it's actually way faster to put in laminated timber flooring compared to conventional tiles. And the market perceives that laminated floorings are better than tiles. They like it more. Then from the unit layout, they blurred the line between the dry kitchen and the wet kitchen versus the yard space to give you the illusion of space. I think this works very, very well. Provided they can seal off the wall to the void, then they change the door into a sliding door. Wow, the kitchen is so big compared to the total build-up. All this, right, leads to the second point. After viewing a few of their projects, especially their TUAN series is doing very, very well. Like TUAN 1 did well. TUAN 2 sold out about 6 to 8 months time, handed over way ahead of time, benefiting all buyers. And TUAN 3 Heritage is actually launching, left about 20% only. With the success of completion for this project, I think they are building towards a reputation in the market. And back then we know each other, they are a small time developer. Now they have track records and we are witnessing that track record. So I'm very happy for the team. They have delivered what was promised. If you tie back to the brochure, last time I just got the e-brochure still. What was provided inside was exactly given in the project. So well done. Well done. Last of all will be the location of Segambut. I've always been a fan of this area in this region, so like Mont Kiara, Dutama, Segambut, Jalan Kuching, it's still city centre ma. And it's all because of the upcoming KL Metropolis that's going to provide a lot of job opportunities, the upcoming MRT 3, the distance to KLCC, the accessibility that comes with it. Like this one, you can go to Jalan Kuching, you can go up to Duke pretty easily. You can use the back way to connect to Jalan Segambut, to go to Jalan Tuanku Halim also can. Basically, to get around the city, it's very easy for this location. However, the amount of competition that is coming up within this location is also insane. The competition level, just by looking at the back, easily you will have 10-20 different projects in proximity to this location. But these projects sold out lah. So now you have Heritage as their phase 3, and right in front you will have other competitors around, and the density of people around this location is very high. Well, that also showcased the demand of space within this location lah, because I also buy around this area ma. Number 2, the microsite element. Like as we mentioned before, this site, although it's connected to highway, is actually located literally next to the highway. So you have Duke Highway on one side, Jalan Kuching on the other. Then on the third side, you will have the pylon, and you have the kampong setting next to it. So in terms of infrastructure rise, it's not as advanced, it's not as tidy. Part of the package of being next to main roads will be the noise and congestion. As you can feel just now, wong ming wong wong wong. We tried out in the unit, the window seems okay, not 100%, but I believe if you want to spend a little bit more money to completely seal off the noise, not 100%, but a huge margin of it, you can do it yourself. But we finally witnessed the connection point into the entrance. I like that they position the entrance a little bit more to the edge, not directly from Jalan Kuching itself. So I guess that's a very smart design move. It actually gives a breather for drivers, so the traffic won't be as bad. But in terms of connectivity, right, you down this road, you can have the primary school, secondary school. You can also have access to the international school of Mont Kiara pretty easily if you were to stay here, because like in the local road, you reach already. And last of all, I still remember that this, when it was launched, was considered high density, and the number of units per floor plate, they were really pushing it already back then. But now when it hand over, right, we have other projects that is pushing that concept of density way further. So now we have 30 to 40 units per floor. We have way crazier number of units per acres. This concept of density that we considered high back then now is acceptable. So I guess it's a very contextual thing, and it's also a very relative thing compared to the location. So if you have all landed, you'll have one high rise, although it's low in numbers, but you still consider high dense compared to the landed ma. And I guess this is also the case, but looking at the surrounding, this considered the norm already for today's context of filming. So what do I think of the project? For those who have invested, like the latest launch of this particular developer within a stone throw away is considered one of the most affordable projects within the stretch of that location already, and it's already selling at a higher price compared to this. In other words, this indirectly made money already, because land cost keeps going up, construction cost keeps going up. It's practically impossible to build the same thing at a lower price anymore. But I'm actually very happy, also very proud to be documenting their journey from first phase, second, third. We also have some series in Shah Alam side. They have been proving themselves again and again, and I'm very happy for them actually. Although I didn't buy lah. Maybe I should. And I guess that's all for this episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you really like this episode, like it, share it, and even subscribe for more information like this. Until next time, this is Sean Tan. Ciao.